This is Zoe's culmination book for her reading 100 books over the summer of 2017. Our little first grader, becoming a second grader, has read 99 books this summer, and now she shall read her 100th book. And the name of that book, Zoe, is?
Those Dark Squirrels Fly South.
And now she will commence.
Old Man Folkwire lived at the edge of town in a beautiful forest full of birds and squirrels. But he was such a grump. He scolded fireflies for being too bright. He yelled at clouds for being too fluffy. And when the lilacs bloomed, he pinched his nose with a clothespin so he wouldn't have to smell their scent. Even for a grump like Folkwire, it had been a glorious summer. His backyard sometimes...
He spent
most of his time painting the colorful birds that visited his backyard. Sometimes, by accident, he painted a squirrel. Other times, squirrels painted themselves. Then Folkwire would shake his old man fist and shout, "Those darn squirrels."
Do this.
But now it was fall. The weather had turned crisp. The leaves had changed colors, and soon the birds would fly south for the winter. Folkwire would have to endure the long, cold winter months alone. Not exactly alone. The squirrels would be there too. Normally the squirrels spent winter playing ping pong, building ships and bottles, and knitting. But this year they had other plans. They were curious about where the birds went for winter vacation, so they decided to follow them. Now, many people know this, but squirrels have comprehensive understanding of aerodynamic engineering, but they built gyrocopters from pine cones. They built gliders from leaves. They even built a zeppelin from an old shopping bag.
There's their zeppelin. The grocery bag. Pine cones. Helicopters.
When the first frost arrived, the bongbirds took off, followed by baba birds and the yaba birds. They circled the house, waved goodbye to Folkwire, and headed south. The foolish bird Flugelbird spent a few minutes scarfing up the last fail seeds. Then he took off too. Folkwire pouted. The sound of flapping wings faded into the distance. He turned to go inside, followed by a whir followed by a buzz. It was the squirrels launching their flying machines, one by one. Some of the aircraft flew straighter than others, but eventually they all flew up, and away from their colored treetops and into the cool blue autumn air. The old man could hardly believe his eyes. "Great googly moogly," he said. "It's a whole flock of flying squirrels."
Oh my gosh, show it.
The squirrels followed the Flugelbird for days. They flew through the night, they flew through the rain, and they even flew through the turbulence. Finally, Just when the squirrels thought they couldn't fly any longer, the Fugglebirds swooped down and landed gracefully on a beach. The squirrels landed on the ground. One still survived.
That's a rough landing there. Did we show their little rough landings to her? Okay. We ready? Okay.
The beach was so warm and beautiful, and the squirrels were so happy to be done flying. They decided to have a fiesta. They went swimming and ate mangoes with salt and lime. They played the marabamba and danced the mariganga.
Moringa.
Moringa. The party lasted all night long. Over the next few weeks, the squirrels made themselves right at home. There were many new plants to snack on. There were also many new birds to say the word. Cocoa birds, kiki birds, and karamaka birds.
Mm-hmm.
There were too many birds to count. There was even Mr. Forkwire Bird. One of the birds reminded the squirrels of someone they knew.
You already spotted that. We'll show a picture of Mr.
Birdie Forkwire.
Forkwire Bird. Right? We're taping, you know that, right?
Sorry, guys. That was just my mom. Deep in the snow woods, a strange noise woke Old Man Forkwire from his nap. It was coming from the telephone. He was getting a call when he picked up the receiver. The operator asked if he would accept the charges for a long-distance call from a village
of Santa Vaca.
Santa Vaca. Then there was chattering on the line. Those darn squirrels, shouted Forkwire.
What did they do now? Did I get the right page? Did I get the right page?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Okay.
The old man missed the birds, and even though he would never admit he missed the squirrels, too, so he decided to join them. Forkwire had a car that he kept under a tarp in a shed by the stream. He'd bought it in 1957 and had driven it only twice.
Mm-hmm. What? Oh, you want to show it?
He loaded it up with his easel paints and brushes, fixed himself a snack of cottage cheese with pepper, and he hit the road. Then he drove 12 miles an hour all the way to Santa Vaca. The nice people behind him had plenty of time to admire his car.
Yeah, we did miss something.
No, we didn't.
No? Okay. There you go. Next one.
Finally, Forkwire arrived in the little village. He spotted the Fugglebird flying overhead and following him to the beach. When he got out of the car, the squirrels gave him a big hug.
Shall we show the squirrels hugging?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Did you hold it straight so we can see? We'll do that side. And then that one. Okay.
Maybe it was the nice weather. Maybe it was the beautiful scenery. Maybe it was the squirrels dancing in his pants. But for the first time in a very long time, the old man laughed.
Mm-hmm.
that bird. That one. Soon Fuquire set up his easel and began to paint the local birds. Dab apple, double, sang the cocoa bird. Dad, bad dab wobble, sang the kiki bird. Fuquire was overjoyed. The birds here are even more amazing than the birds back home, he exclaimed. Harumph, muttered the Fugel bird. Harumph, muttered the Fugel.
You just like saying harumph.
The sun was very hot. Fuquire sweated, but he kept on painting. Fuquire
Sweltered.
but he kept on painting. Then Fuquire slumped forward, face first into his painting. Squirrels dragged the old man into the street and gave him some water. He was dragged as a bongo.
It's a bunga bird.
Decided it was time to go home. Squirrels decided to go with him. They had a wonderful vacation, but after all, it was almost time for their annual snow fort building competition. They had one last snack of mango, and Fuquire waved goodbye to the birds, and they all piled into the car.
That's it, is it?
The trip back home was much quicker for all of them. The squirrels rode most of it. Those darn squirrels!
And that is her 100th book. Woo! And now she gets an invitation to
An ice cream party.
an ice cream party. So we have to go log it on the computer and then you'll be invited. What do you think of that? We'll go to
Good thing I picked this book.
we will go to the library tomorrow, turn in the books, collect your invitation, and